For shoppers like Bill Bernstein, grocery stores play an important role in keeping costs down.
I cook dinner at home probably 5 nights a week.
I'm already a student, so, it's expensive, and grocery stores are pretty important because I actually cook myself now.
But State Attorney General Bob Ferguson says the proposed merger between Kroger and Albertsons will hit consumers hard.
Shoppers will have fewer choices and less competition, and that results in higher prices.
Ferguson is now suing to block Kroger, which owns QFC and Fred Meyer, from acquiring Albertsons, which owns Safeway and Hagen. In his lawsuit, Ferguson says his antitrust team uncovered internal documents that prove even company executives know the deal is illegal.
A vice president of marketing with Albertsons wrote, and I'm quoting, "You are basically creating a monopoly in grocery with the merger. It makes no sense."
As part of the merger, the two companies have offered to sell off more than 100 stores just in Washington to help maintain competition. Ferguson says the proposed buyer is ill-equipped to run so many locations, and the grocery store workers union says it will lead to closures and layoffs.
I think, first and foremost, tremendous amount of job loss.
The grocery chains issued a joint statement saying the merger will bring lower prices to more customers, strengthen and create good-paying union jobs, and bring more fresh, affordable food to more communities.
When, companies do that, they always say it's going to be less expensive because they have less costs.
Joel Marino, KOMO News.
It's literally the wild, wild west out there right now.
What's so wild? A beauty trend that's not pretty. Botched brows, scarring, infection, just bad design work from the lips to the eyelids, even breast. It's permanent cosmetics gone wild, says State Rep Cindy Ryu.
This is mostly face that we're talking about.
Done right and with training, good results happen, even using tiny slices resembling hair strokes and adding pigment to match hair color.
I see many, many women who have had terrible botched jobs, and they come to me to see what I can do about it.
Penny Rudy has 25 years in the business, owns a salon in Arlington, and got herself certified in permanent cosmetics, something she did on her own. But in Washington, there is zero training required for permanent cosmetics. Just 8 hours of blood pathogen training required and a $275 application fee.
We have cosmetologists who work with chemicals such as dyes for their hair or even perms, and they are required to have 1,600 hours of training. So 1,600 hours of training versus 8 hours.
Ryu is asking lawmakers to put a law in the books that demands up to 300 hours of training depending on the procedure. Allison is one of those victims.
Well, Allison came to me, and she had double eyebrow just on one side.
Professionals in other states are calling on Washington to pass legislation, too, hoping change here will lead to training requirements in their state, too.
Is 200 hours enough?
We will see, but it's definitely much better than just 8 hours that we have right now.
Michelle Esteban, KOMO News.